Well, this morning, Elon Musk's X is banned in Brazil following a months-long feud with Musk, who refuses to back down on free speech rights. Our next guest warns the world is taking a giant leap towards totalitarianism. Journalist Michael Shellenberger is here to explain. Michael, I'm so glad to have you today on this topic. So explain to us why this new form of totalitarianism, this censorship, and sort of the complicity of the elites in this is more dangerous than the totalitarianism we've seen in the past.
Yeah, well, thanks so much for having me on. I mean, I think people have to understand that if the government can control and the ruling party can control all of the information that we're allowed to see, then there's no need for tanks and torture chambers. You know, the U.S. government under Biden and Harris have been funding censorship advocacy in Brazil. You know, the FBI went to Brazil to share information on how to censor. You know, we saw in the Twitter files Brazil, the Brazilian government demanding that not only X, but every other social media platform ban sitting members of the Brazilian Senate, ban independent journalists. We now see in Brazil, the effective dictator of Brazil has frozen the bank accounts of a different company, Starlink, in which Elon Musk is also an investor. So these are behaviors very similar to communist Cuba, other totalitarian regimes around the world. And our concern is, given that they're coming very shortly after the arrest of another social media CEO in France last week, it appears that we're in the midst of a global totalitarian crackdown that we should all be very concerned could arrive here in the United States.
Well, yeah, and if we're funding the censorship in these countries, that's even more troubling. I know Facebook has given in to the government demands, and so Facebook or Zuckerberg has. So Facebook and Instagram remain there, but Elon Musk is the holdout. So I'm seeing censorship and totalitarianism, this tech totalitarianism breaking out all over the Western Hemisphere. What does this mean for America? What can we expect, particularly if this administration, Kamala Harris, wins this coming election? She's part of the funding of the censorship in Brazil, for example.
Well, it's even worse than that. It's important for people to know that Kamala Harris repeatedly called for banning Donald Trump.
Yes.
Not just from Twitter, but from every other social media platform. Her running mate, Tim Walz, also said that there is no free speech guarantee for what he called misinformation, which is a completely subjective term. Misinformation is what you call speech that you don't agree with or that you don't think is right. So here you have the Democratic presidential candidate and her running mate both strongly calling for censorship, not in foreign countries, but in the United States. And by the way, you know, when the Brazilian government seeks to ban politicians, when Kamala Harris seeks to ban politicians from social media, that's election interference. It's a violation of the First Amendment. It's also an illegal interference in elections, which is absolutely prohibited under the U.S. Constitution and really every country's constitution. So I think that what we're seeing here is very serious, and Americans, even if you don't care about Brazil, you should worry that totalitarianism and censorship could arrive in the United States in a really big way in years to come.
Oh, it's already here, Michael Shellenberger. It's just going to metastasize if the wrong people are elected. No question about it. And by the way, Zuckerberg, so weak and too greedy to stand up to the Brazilian government. Maybe it's time for him to sell his platform to somebody with a lot more courage like Elon Musk, who's been able to stand up to these thugs in the Brazilian government and also in our own. Michael Shellenberger, thanks so much for joining us and for breaking it down so succinctly and intelligently. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
You got it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.